Phat Airlines takes the stage where we were, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so fly. Phat Airlines, soar in the skies, stream in the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. From tarmac dreams to handles tight, every touchdown a perfect flight. He's a runway king, streak out the fog. Game so smooth, they call it airlock. Phat Airlines, soaring the skies, stream in the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Pin the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream. Takes the stage with fair lore, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so and growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Ping the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream.
Yo, what's up everybody? What is up? How's everybody doing today? Thank you all for joining. Today's an exciting stream, right? We have World of Airports beta here. World of Airports 3.3.0. So it's super exciting. There's a lot that we're going to show you today. So I know, if you guys don't know, I am Jeremy. I'm with Phat Airlines, and we play World of Airports every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And today, the developers were so kind to let me have a preview version of the update, provide some feedback, find some bugs, and help out with the development of the game. And they also allowed me to, stream it for you guys today. So we got a lot to share with you guys today. Typically, we engage with chat, so maybe towards the end of the stream, I'll be answering your questions. I will be looking at chat, so feel free to type in, what your thoughts are, what you see. I'll be looking at it. I might not address all your messages directly, but I appreciate y'all for being here. But just so you guys know, we have a lot to talk about, right? So with update 3.3.0, I'm just going to recap the dev blog real quick, all right? We're going to be real quick here, because if you guys don't know about the dev blog, you're going to learn about it real quick, because a lot of the stuff that's in 3.3.0 is in this update. So we have new airplanes, right? The Comet, MD-11, the Embraer family, the 757 family. We have new gameplay services, right? The AmbuLift and the repair team. We have an airport garage interface, right? So we have that. We have the first generic airport, CNN, in India, which also has some cool features with it, right? So we're gonna play that as well. And last but not least, we have the scheduling system. So we're gonna take an in-depth look into the scheduling system. We're gonna talk about how it's used, how I've been using it for the past week almost. I've been playing with the beta. I was traveling, so I had some time to play. But yeah, we're gonna go into it, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go into LHR to begin. All right, this is on my main account. If you guys don't know, I play World of Airports almost every single day. So if you're always looking for a contract partner or somebody to contract with, looking for somebody to send a plane to, you can send it to my main account, the Phat Rican, THEPHATRICAN. I play LHR, IAD, BKK every single day, so you can feel free to send your request to those airports, or you can send it to some of the other airports too. I just play the other airports not daily, but I try to play them at least once a week. But yeah, we have to wait for this to update here, so I'm gonna take a look at what you guys have to say in chat. I appreciate y'all being here. Voitando, thanks for being first. I think BA2998, thank you for resubscribing, bro. Noodle, thanks for resubscribing. Bash M5, thank you for following. I appreciate all the support, guys. My music's not working today. There's always something, right? But that's what happens with a live event. So we are waiting here. But I gotta tell you guys, I think the scheduling system is pretty fantastic. I like the way it works. I was telling some people before that I feel like it's going to open up like new ways to play. At one point, I didn't have any player contracts when I was playing with the scheduling system. So essentially, I felt like it was a cool way to kind of just understand how much time you have to play at the airport. You're gonna see the AmbuLift feature. The AmbuLift feature is pretty cool as well. It kind of like randomly happens. We're gonna take a look to see what that repair function looks like. I haven't really sat and looked at a plane to see like what that walk around, when the pilot walks around the airplane, but there's an animation for that, so we're going to take a look at that as well. Avatars are missing. Yeah, we're not going to be putting on the avatars today. I'm sorry, guys. I have like nothing running on my computer right now just to make sure that this stream goes flawlessly, because we have a lot of you guys here today. How many we got? We got 200 people here on YouTube, and we have 50 on Twitch. So guys, if you want to watch on YouTube or Twitch, wherever you want, it's cool with me. All right, so let's see. Do I know something about the release date? That's a great question. So no. The answer is no. World of Airport developers are not big fans of sharing release dates, mainly because they have a date in mind, but there's always there could be something that causes a delay, and it's hard to for them, they don't like causing delays when, especially when a date has already been announced. But here's my guess, right? So the good news is that I'm playing the beta, right? So that's one sign, right? That, okay, you know, and it's a stable version. I mean, we might run into some bugs today. So if we do, we're gonna make sure we, you know, if you see any bugs, actually, you should go and take a snippet of this stream, and that way I can share it with the developers. That would help out a ton. You know, and that way we can share it with the developers. So that way, if you see any bugs, like if, you know, if a plane door doesn't close or something, right? But here's what I'm thinking, right? World Airport's anniversary is what, October 22nd? And typically they like to do something for their anniversary, right? So I think last year we got an update. You know, a couple of years ago we got like some gold planes. So I'm thinking that we might get it around the 22nd of this month, you know, this week. But that's not guaranteed, right? I know, but that's probably what they're aiming for, because that's such a significant, you know, it's what, it's their anniversary, right? So we'll see what happens. Somebody asked how they could play in PC. There's no official way to play on PC. The way people play on PC is by using emulators, but that's not officially supported by the developers. You know, when they're testing out the game, they're testing it out on like Android and iPhones and maybe even tablets, not on PC. So, but people use like BlueStacks. There's a few other emulators as well. BA says, is the update releases on Tuesday, you're gonna be mad because you got school? Hey, the update will still be there after school, bro. No worries. How long we have to wait? I know the suspense is killing me. No, this is mainly because when we're on a beta server, sometimes some of the downloads are a little bit slower because we're not on the main server, right? So it looks like the update is complete. We're gonna be right here into LHR, right? So new UI, not really, right? But there's a new thing here. So what we're gonna talk about today, and I have a list. We have the Ambulift, we have the walk around, we have the airport garage services. We're gonna go into CNN Airport in about 30 minutes or so, and then we're also gonna take a look at the new airplane models, right? So this is my main account. You know, I also left the radio sounds on too, because I know they've mentioned that in the dev blog that they're improving the radio, so I want to leave it on. But all right, what we want to do first is we want to take a look at this plane being handled, right? So this is a 752, right? It's supposed to get an update here. So let's I can't look at it while it's on the stand, but you can see it right here. 752, really nice. But really what I want to look at is the Ambulift, right? So the Ambulift is a vehicle, a service that comes in when your airplane is not at like a jet bridge or a stand, right? So this looks like this could be a plane that gets the Ambulift. So we're going to take a look here and see what happens. You know, all you guys sending requests, don't worry, I will accept it. Even though I only have 45 free slots on my main account, I need to get a few more slots on LHR. How does bro have 1,400 planes? Almost 1,400 contracts. That's right. But not everybody plays daily. So yeah, it gets a little tough sometimes. You know, you can look at planes in the hangar. Yeah. What we're doing though, Eltra, is we're waiting for the Ambulift, but it doesn't look like there's an Ambulift needed here on this plane. So we're gonna have to come back and look. We're gonna look at the planes in the hangar. But before I look at the planes in the hangar, I am going to turn on the tower managers for 30 minutes. I'm gonna pause the delivery manager though, so that way we can look at the scheduling system. But that way we can have a few planes on the ground and get some things going. All right. So what do you guys want to look at first, right? You guys want to look at the planes. It sounds like. So we're gonna go into the fleet menu here. We're gonna go to configure and buy, and we're gonna take a look at some of the planes, right? So I'm just gonna filter by locked planes, so that way you guys take a look, right? So we have the E135, brand new plane. You know, we're at LHR right now, so the E135 can go to you know, Innsbruck, Leipzig, Prague, Bari. Pretty nice. There's no way it could go to IAD, right? But I still checked anyways. So we got that one. Then you have the E140 with 44 seats. Probably the same airports, but we're going to just double check here as well. Yep, same airports. Yep. We have, let's take a look. E140 there. And all these planes have all the liveries, right? So any new plane that comes out is going to have basic 1 through 6, you know, premium versions and the supreme versions as well. Then we have what else though? E145 with 50 seats and a range of 2,000 nautical miles. So we have that. What else we have? We have the B753. They already have the 752 unlocked and the 752F unlocked, so we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to take a look at that later. But we got the 753. Look at that, 295 seats, and it should be able to go to Muscat at least. I'm thinking. So let's see here. Yep, if you adjust the first class, it can go to Muscat, and it can go to IAD as well. Let's look at the back of that plane. Look at that long boy. And it is a D plane, right? So that's there. We have the MD-11. You guys ready? MD-11, right? Oh, look at that. We're going to let that spin around. But we have 410. It's a D plane. And look at that gold plane price, right? So gold planes, it's 44 gold planes. And you're seeing 80 here because I don't have the livery yet, right? So we can unlock and purchase it. Actually, let's go ahead and unlock and purchase. We should be unlocking all of these, but let's see. From LHR, where can it go? Go to India. Where is CNN, by the way? I kind of forget. We're gonna have to look at the map. Right, let's keep going. Let's see. Why can't we make it to BKK? Is it profit? It's just profit. It's just profit. Okay. So we can't make it there, but that's no problem. Anyways, we can go back later when we're actually playing. Right now, I just want to showcase so that way all you guys who are here to like see the plane, see the update, you guys can see it right away. We have the MD-11F. All right, and then let's look at the, which one is that we're looking for? We're looking for the 752. 752. Oops, 752. What the? Here's the 752, guys. And 752F. Still a D plane. All right. So, oh, and the Comet. I forgot about the Comet. DH60. Woo! Look at that. That's pretty nice. We got, and the chrome is still there. I already purchased it, so I'm not sure how much that costs. But yeah, there we go. And that's a D plane as well. All right, so let's get out of there, and let's take a look here. So we got plane is being handled. Oh, this is perfect timing, right? Because we have another opportunity for the ambulift, and we get to see the pilot walk around, right? So hopefully we get to see a pilot walk around. Maybe we might see the repair services happening, but we'll take a look here. The Comet looks great. I think it looks great. Yeah. Why aren't the all the 757 variants available with and without winglets? That's a part of their goals eventually. I think right now, based on like some of the like Q&As that I've read from the developers, What they're trying to figure out is a way to kind of like add those like small little features, so that way like they're not adding clutter into all the options that we have available to purchase. Yeah, DH64 is 100 gold planes, but I don't know how if it increases in price, you know, because I already have it unlocked. I could probably check on my other account. But yeah, we will be going to CNN Airport in a few minutes. I wanted to just focus on one set of new things before we go to a whole nother set of new things, right? Because CNN Airport is our first generic airport. So there's some things I need to talk to you guys about before we go into there. And it has a couple new features, and that way you guys could see what, you know, how that's working. All right, so we got the walk around. Looks like everything is normal on this plane right now, so we're gonna have to probably check out another plane and see if we could get something going on there. But these planes here have jet bridges, so they're not going to need the ambulift. Let's go down here, because I think over here, yep, we have a few planes. There we go. So yeah, I'm really just trying to get the ambulift up for you guys. It's pretty cool. And then once we get to see it live in person, then we'll go to the little hangar. Here, so we went through all the airplane models, so that's great. I didn't miss anything, right? No, I didn't. That's good. We need to do the ambulift, the walk around, repair team. I have a checklist of everything we want to do. You're actually wondering what the generic airport will look like? It's actually pretty cool. I'm excited to show it to you guys. Oh wow, look at all these requests. Let's go in here. Let's get some more contract capacity. Let's get some so that way we can accept all your guys' requests. We're just waiting. I'm waiting to see if we get the ambulift here somewhere. Let's just handle more planes. That's the thing with the ambulift and the repair services, though, is that it's kind of random. So there's no way to like kind of trigger it to happen. But it does happen pretty. I wouldn't say like frequently, but it happens often enough that I've seen it many times already. It's not like a rare occurrence or something like that, and it's not terrible either. It doesn't really like interrupt your game too much. Could I show up the scheduling system? Yeah, we'll show it off once I get to see this this ambulift. That's going to be next, because scheduling system is going to need some time too. That's actually why we're here at LHR, so that way we can be in a familiar airport, an airport where I have thousands, you know, or I guess it's technically hundreds of contracts, so that way we can look at the scheduling system. We have plenty to work with. Oh, I don't need to go to 2D. I need to go over here. Come on, ambulift. What's the 757 gold plane cost now? So I already have the 757 unlocked, but for the 753, it's 28 gold planes. So it's not like super expensive. I'll be back when he's playing CNN. Nice, awesome. But yeah, I guess while we're waiting, because the thing is, there's a little pop-up that appears when you get the ambulift or the repair service coming. So I'm just waiting, but that pop-up doesn't really show up when you're in the scheduling system. So that's why I'm holding off on the scheduling system. But we'll get there. Somebody wants to see the range on the MD 11F. Yep, thank you. I'm sorry I missed it. So oh, that's cool. It can go to Muscat, so that's really nice. I love it when oh, it can go to IAD and to MSY. Awesome, awesome. Very cool. Let's see if we got anything here. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. They're all undergoing cleaning, so we can wait for that. There's not going to be ambulift for, or I haven't seen any ambulift for cargo planes. I'm not sure if it's not even possible. Probably not, right? But I have not seen it. What about the repair team and the pilot? Yeah, that's what we're waiting for too. Waiting to see what that looks like. This should be happening once these passengers load, right? So we're gonna see it here.
Tango India Sierra. Handling finished. 102 packs on board.
Can you show all liveries on the MD-11? Give us a minute here. Yep. No emergency repair. Yo guys, thank you for the follows and the subscribing. We got Luke with the follow on Twitch and Galdar, Galdar with the follow, and we got Jet Junkie Spotter and Coleman Lamb. Thank you both for the follows. Appreciate that. Yeah, we stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we just play World of Airports, and we help you guys with your tips if you have questions on, like, you know, what to do or how to play. Usually we answer it today because we have such limited time, and we want to make sure we get all the features of this update shown. I'm not really reading too much of chat, but like right now while we have some downtime, I'm reading it. Darren thought it was out. I'm sorry, bro. It is coming out soon. It's not out yet, but you know, sign up if you want. I mean, when 3.3.0 comes out officially, we have a Phat Airlines newsletter. You can sign up at PHATAIRLINES.com, and on our newsletter, I'm gonna make an announcement when I notice that the update comes out, so we all can go rush to the App Store and download it. This plane's gonna push back. Push back. No ambulift so far, huh? That's right. All right. So what we're gonna do next? I'm gonna accept these contracts so that way you guys could send the planes. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the scheduling system. You know, we'll see some other. We'll see probably the ambulift and the other thing, and the repair. Eventually, we'll definitely make some time to go there. But I don't want to just wait while there's so many of you guys here waiting to see, you know, CNN and waiting to see what is it, the scheduling system. So the scheduling system is a new feature that it's released, right? So with the scheduling system we have over here, it's, if you like the current style, nothing changes, right? So if you don't want to use the scheduling system, you don't have to use it. But you'll be able to prioritize flights, you'll be able to assign contracts to specific stands, and you're going to be able to determine what aircraft sizes are allowed at each stand, right? So those are really cool features, and we're going to go there right now and take a look. So down here at the bottom, if you look, there's a new button here, right next to the tower managers. And that button is for the scheduler, right? So we're going to open the schedule here. I have nothing scheduled here, and you'll see here we have options on the left, which for the terminals. So you start with the cargo terminals, you have different terminals. This is the schedule right here. So we have the schedule right here. We have the different terminals. You can click on this and it'll tell you what stands are available, what type it is. But right now it's blank, right? I haven't put anything on the schedule here. I mean, look right here. I get, you know, I have way too many planes, 1,343, much more than they probably planned. But we got the planner. The planner is where we want to go when you're first starting off, because the planner is where you're going to take all of your planes and really put them into the schedule, right? So we're going to start off looking at some of these planes. So you can take a look at these planes, and what each of these things tell you is this right here is how much time it takes to handle, and then underneath over here is how much time it takes for a round trip, right? So you'll see this BCS 3, it takes 9 minutes to handle and 3.5 hours to 3.5 hours for a round trip. So what we can do is I'm going to look for a larger plane, right? Because I want to schedule some of my larger planes first. So we're going to start with the cargo plane. So we have this A332F that's coming from or going to IAD takes 30 minutes to handle, 28 minutes. We click on the plane here, and then we can click on the plus. If you're not sure which stand you want to send it to, you can take a look. And in the planner, you have the eyeball icon here, which will take you over to the stand so you can see. Because, like, I mean, I don't have stand 604 memorized, but now I know exactly where it is. So we can go there, and what I can do is I can click on the plane again, and I can assign it to stand 604. So we could do that with a bunch of other planes. We could just assign them to stands. But one of the cool things here is because this plane, if I remove this flight again, you'll see, oh, where'd it go? Is that at the top? Yeah, nice. So you see here, right? 3 hours 51 for the round trip, 3 hours 51 over here. So that's the gap that this stand is going to have between, you know, this plane being handled and the next plane arriving, which is this plane. So what we can do is we can put other cargo planes in here, and you'll see like this plane has 51-minute round trip, so we could put it right here, so it could be assigned to that stand, and you'll see how this this works. You have the A332F, which is the first, you know, planned plane to land. Then you have the A30BF. After 52 minutes, the A30BF is going to come back, and it's going to keep coming back over and over again until the A332F finally comes back, which is the 3 hours 52 minutes. So you can see how often this A30BF is going to return. So that's pretty cool. You do have to save, and we're going to save the schedule here, and we can do that with all of our planes. And it's pretty helpful because then you could see how long it's going to take for each of these flights to really come in and to handle. So let's go over here. We can go ahead and schedule them. I probably should have pre-scheduled some of them, but I wanted to really show you guys what it looked like. And then let's go and find one of these planes, GFMZ. We're going to look for that one. Big list. Okay, here's another way to use the scheduler too. You can go right here, and you can click on the stand, and then you have this button right here. This button will let you know, oh look, it'll let you know what that stand has for scheduled airplanes. And you can also just click it, and when you hit confirm, you can add that plane to that stand schedule. So we're on stand 256. 256 is completely blank. It says stand has no scheduled airplanes. I have the button checked. We hit confirm, and you'll see here we got the Concorde, and we're going to look for stand 256 in the schedule. What, terminal 2? Or maybe terminal 1. 256, here we go. You see it right there. So that's pretty cool. Oh look, it fits again. Nice. All right, so that is for that. By the way, I think I found out that the AmbuLift and some of the other features are kind of related to how big the plane is. You know, how many passengers, I'm guessing, how many are on the plane. So that's really what's going to impact. So you're going to see as you have a bigger plane, you're more likely to have the need for an AmbuLift or repair. So we're going to add this to schedule here, and we're going to go back to the schedule. So, oh, that's not the schedule. Where is that A332? Or how about we do this one? GLOQ. I want to look for the A332. I have too many planes, man. A332F, where are you? So, alright, we're gonna go here. By the way, guys, I hosted a large giveaway. So if you guys are looking to get like contracts, every once in a while we'll host some large giveaways on the Phat Airlines Discord. So you can join Phat Airlines Discord, just ! Discord, or read the description on the YouTube description, and you can join the Phat Airlines Discord. We have contract boards, so that way if you're looking for a contract partner or looking for somebody to send your planes to, or you want to receive some planes from some people, you can just join the Phat Airlines Discord. We have a couple channels for that, and you can definitely find some partners there. Whenever I have some planes available to send, that's the first place I go. All right, so we have this B77LF. I'm gonna look for it here on this list here. Cargo plane B77LF. Is this it? I should have remembered the call sign. It's GKJB. EKJB. EKJB. G. Why don't I see it? Do I have it filtered wrong? Oh, I'm just blind. At the top. Thank you, Breeze. All right, so this is the plane, right? So I'm going to assign it to a stand just so you can see what it looks like when we have that plane assigned, right? So, oops, go back, save. Yes, there we go. Awesome. So we have this plane right here. So what happens is when you have that plane assigned, it's going to automatically like look for that stand, right? So you see how when I selected the plane, instead of it being like this Concorde, which doesn't have anything scheduled to it, it automatically just kind of selected 602 for me. So that's pretty cool. What we do have to do is we have to get stand 602 empty. So let's go ahead and handle those planes. What else we want to show you with the scheduling tool? We have the schedule here. You have a filter icon, right? So the filter will show you only, it'll filter out all the empty stands. So you only see the stands that have schedules on them. Really cool, because when these planes start to leave, you'll see that you have a 57-minute gap or whatever gap you have. So you can take a look at that. Let's go ahead and show you another feature here. Another feature that was mentioned is about disabling stands, right? Stand sizes. So which one is the stand with G? Now I might not be able to do this because typically you can't mess with the stand while it is in use. But let's say, like, okay, so we have stand 608 right here, right? 608 is our G stand at LHR, right? So there's only one stand at LHR that can handle G planes. So what we probably want to do here is we probably want to disable A, B, C, D, and maybe even E planes from going there. So you go to, let me show you again. You go to the planner, you click on, what was it, 608. You click on the expand button here, and then you click on the eye icon, right? Then you hit the edit button here, so you can edit the stand, and then we go ahead and disable those sizes. So now this stand is only going to be allowed for size F and G. I'm super hyped about that. Like, oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome. It's a feature I've been waiting for a while, especially like in airports, like IAD or MSY. Actually, a lot of the newer airports too, like MSY, SCL, GRU, where if you have a lot of stands that can overlap with each other. They have blocking stands essentially. So that's going to be cool, but that's what we have there. So now when we go into here, you can see that these stands are adjusted. It looks like you can also just go right here. You could just go into the regular stand menu here, click on this, go to stand, go to edit, and you can just edit the sizes from there as well. But you can't edit it while the stand is occupied. So that is still a limitation, but not a big problem. Let's go ahead and assign more stands. We're going to add to schedule, and let's keep going. Oops, nothing new there. So I went over the scheduling. Let's see, did I miss anything with scheduling? I think they should do a tutorial mainly for the old players. That's funny. Oh, there is a tutorial. Awesome. I'm not sure how, this is my first time looking at this, so if there's feedback, make sure we let the developers know. That's like the whole purpose here, is they want to understand how you guys are feeling about this update. But up here you got the schedule, and up here you have the planner. You can view your schedule, or you can edit your upcoming arrival sequence. On the planner, you have on the left hand side the stands and gates, you have the queues in the middle, and on the right hand side you got the arrivals list. Number 6, you get select the arrival, select a flight from the arrival list, and then you select your stand. You hit the plus button. Number 8, highlighted flight. All unsaved changes in your schedule are marked with a green frame. Save schedule. Click save to confirm and store all your planned changes. In the planner, number 10, you can select the flight and you can remove the flight. You can also see the flight info. Let's take a look at the flight info actually. Oh, nice. So here we go. You got the plane. Look at that total, guys. You see that total? 4.7 million. So this plane's been running for a long time. It is a random arrival. Oh, it looks like they added a heart icon here. I wonder if that's everywhere else too. Anyways, you can see all the plane information here. You can see the rewards, the maintenance as well. So let's keep looking at this tutorial. Oops. Let's keep looking at this tutorial here. Oops, I clicked on the I again. All right. And number 13, expand available categories and stand view and edit. Awesome. So they do have a little like help icon here, which is actually helped me learn a couple things just now. So that's pretty cool. So that is the scheduler. Let's accept these contracts. And I do wish though that they had a heart here so I could heart the planes before they arrive, you know. But hey, I know improvements are going to come. They got just a focus right now on getting this update out, right? Because I know I'm pretty sure that they want to get this update out before or for their anniversary, but who knows, right? They could get delayed. The heart has been there. My bad, hockey fan. Thank you for the confirmation. In this beta, have new planes or just remodeled old planes? So it does have new planes. You'll see here. Whoops, wrong one. You see here we got the MD. Let's go to locked planes. We got the MD-11, 753. That's a new plane. E-145, new plane. E-140, E-145, new plane. This is not a new plane. I just don't have it unlocked. And then as far as like old existing planes that got an update, you would look at the 752. Where is that? 752. Here it is. 752 got an update, and we got a 752F with the update. We also got the Comet, which is the DH64 with an update. There we go. Go ahead and exit the hangar there. All right, that 30 minutes are up. So now we're gonna go switch over to CNN Airport. All right. Oh, before we switch over to CNN, actually, yeah, we're gonna switch over to CNN Airport. Because at CNN Airport, we're gonna be able to show you maybe the Ambulift there. Hopefully, we get to see it in action. If not, we'll definitely wait around and see it. You know, I have too many smaller planes on the ground. That's probably what's holding it back. Oh, here's a larger plane. Let's see if we get an Ambulift here. But we're gonna switch over to CNN. So CNN is our first generic airport in World of Airports, right? So it's not a main line like airport in the game. Essentially, it's not like a fully developed. Let's see what the developers themselves say, right, for the airport. It's the first Swallow Spring. It passes both internal. It's going to open the door for adding smaller airports across the world into the game quickly. It's a partial departure from ultra-realistic airport philosophy, but that's what they're going to do for generic airports. It doesn't replace the handcrafted airports. Like, we're still expecting to get HKG probably later this year, right? But it allows them to add more destinations into the game, right? And it means that they can include airports that otherwise would never make it into World of Airports. It's also going to be testing ground for new mechanics. So when we go to CNN, we're going to look at the mechanic for the runway, right? The runway, what is it called? The runway usage based on wind direction, which I thought was pretty cool to see. CNN is independent on other airports to unlock. What does this mean? It means you can go to SCL, and SCL, you can reach max level in SCL, and SCL is not going to unlock CNN for you. So you do have to pay gold planes to unlock it. But that means. So we're gonna go here. Let's clear that to land. Oh, let's go back to where I was over there. We're gonna give it a minute because hopefully we get the ambulift on this plane. If not, then we'll try again at CNN. But we're gonna go over to CNN. We're gonna play that airport and go from there. Can you send a plane to CNN, aka yourself? No. You can never send a plane to yourself, to your own airport, right? When you're sending a plane, it usually gives you an error. I haven't tried it in a while. But yeah, it usually gives you an error saying, hey, like, you can't send an airplane to yourself. While we're waiting for this ambulift, you guys got any questions or anything else that I might have missed with the scheduling system you want to see? Why are there A-type cargo planes on the stands if there isn't even a cargo plane with quality A? I don't know. Oh, okay. So Kuba said that the assistances like medevac or ambulift and repair is kind of decided before. So this is a plane that was newly landed. So this would let's see if this one shows up. If not, we'll switch airports, which it looks like it's not. So we're gonna switch airports here. Gotcha. We're going to switch airports here and we're going to go to CNN, right? So CNN airport, brand new airport, but it's a generic airport. So it is not, it's not a highly detailed airport like some of the airports, like all the other airports we're used to in the game. You'll see here, it's 4 gold planes to unlock right now. Who knows, that will change. But we're going to go ahead and unlock it, take a look at it, and see what's going on. You have 1 active runway, and let's go ahead and unlock, all right? So we're going to go in this airport, and we're going to play. So now we just got to wait for it to download. Are you going to show the airline liveries for all new remodeled aircraft, especially the 757s? I can go through every single one of them individually if you like. But yeah, let's. I just want to make sure we're going through all the main points of this update, so that way you guys don't have to watch for 3 hours or whatever, however long I'm streaming to get all the content. But all right, here we are, CNN Airport. We're gonna look at the 2D map, right? So 2D map right here, and then we have a plane, like we normally do, and we got the terminal. We're gonna go ahead and look at the stands, right? So you got stand 1, 1A, 2, 2A, 3, 4, 3A, 5, 4A, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and cargo section right here. So yeah, nice little airport there. We're going to go ahead and approve a plane for landing. We're going to approve a plane for landing here, and we're going to clear it to land. So you'll see right now this plane is landing from this side of the runway. And one of the things that I thought was pretty cool, because when you first load into the airport, right, in every single airport, the airport is using the real-time data, right? So it's using the real-time weather, it's using the real-time like if it's nighttime when you first load in, it's going to be nighttime when you come in here. So like, for example, when I went to LHR, it was like late evening. Now right here in India, it's or not right here in India, I'm not in India, I'm in New Jersey, but in India it's nighttime. It looks like it's raining, so that's all going to be based off of that real data. You got the temperature and the weather up here, and we had this plane landing. So what we got next is the runway direction. So one thing I asked developers, I asked Kuba-san about, was about how the runway direction worked, right? So really cool, because I've seen it work, and it's not something I might be able to show it live, but it's all based on real world data. So what you can do, let me see here. So if you go to METAR, right, and you look at their actual like wind direction here and which runways are being used. Let me reload this here real quick. Reload. Verifying I'm human. I am human. You can see here the wind direction, right? And that's determining which runway we're going to land at. So maybe when I come back later, we can take a look to see if the wind direction changes in real life. But this wind direction right here, you see the temperature, the weather matches exactly what's in the game. 24 degrees Celsius, thunderstorms, and we're landing from this side of the runway here. Now, I've seen it where other planes, we've had planes landing this way, and it's pretty interesting because it really changes like the way that airport is played, right? Because well, let's handle planes before I start giving you some more spoilers. How much is the premium pass? So let's take a look at the premium pass. Before we look at the premium pass though, let's look at all the camera angles, right? So we got camera angle 2 here. I should have done the parking mini game. Oops. We got camera angle 3. We got runway camera 1. We got runway camera 2. All right, so we're landing runway 7 right now. Runway camera 3. We got plane spotting camera 1. And we got plane spotting camera 2. What else we got? And our normal camera. So let us take a look here. Oh, perfect time. So right, we because it's a new airport, I kind of forgot. I just went into autopilot mode. I see yellow and I have to click it. But we have to buy equipment, right? So let's go ahead and purchase this equipment, so that way we don't have this plane be delayed. But this gives me an opportunity to show you the new garage, right? So if we go into the garage here, we're gonna see a brand new feature here, right? A brand new view, and here you could see exactly all the equipment that you're using. You could see how much you have purchased, how much are available, and you can click through each one of them and see some see the high quality models that they have available, right? So really cool. And by the way, there is an Easter egg in this menu, in this menu screen here. So if you guys find the Easter egg, let us know. I already know what it is. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but I want you guys to find out what is the Easter egg when this comes out. What is the Easter egg? Where is the Easter egg? What do you have to do to trigger the Easter egg that is in that menu there? So let us land. Oops. Let us land a couple more planes. We're going to generate a contract there. We're going to it's a cargo plane, so we're going to have to land a cargo plane. We're going to go ahead and generate a few more contracts. Another cargo plane. We're just going to keep generating contracts, so that way we can keep landing planes. And I'll show you. We're going to use the. We are going to use the scheduler as well. All right, premium pass. So separate premium pass, right? And in here we have the plane contracts, and we have our premium pass. So you'll see here, it looks like it's very similar, but we're going to scroll through. It's 10 gold planes. I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. We're going to get this AT-46 landed as well. And you'll see here, you got Wallers like normal. You got some planes. You got some handling crew, some silver planes, more planes and contracts. You got an, uh-oh. That's not good. Don't worry, guys. I am not moving. There we go. All right. Sorry, that was weird, man. My capture card just decided to stop working for a second. So we're gonna keep scrolling through, so you guys can take a look at the premium pass. All right. You get regional at level 16. Get some silver planes, so that's nice. Remember, 10,000 silver planes is 10 gold planes. And if you can't afford 10,000 silver planes, you definitely can't afford the 1,500. All right, level 30 is international level, and you get some gold planes at the end. That's pretty cool. So yeah, look, not too bad. Keeps you engaged, right? And it's a new airport destination, right? So let's us accept this contract. Let us. Nobody. I'm like, nobody's gonna send me a contract request, guys. What's going on? What was the last award? It was gold planes. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna purchase more contract capacity, just so we can fill it up, and I'm gonna also buy some wallers, so that way I can land those cargo planes, right? But I want to get as many planes. I want to, I want to increase our chances of seeing that ambulift and the repair service happening. So we're gonna let's buy. I'll do 600,000. That's way too much. I could probably buy a Concorde. But yeah, all right. Oh, I forgot to do this, so we'll do that now too. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I have 4 million, almost 4 million silver planes. If you guys don't have, let's say over 50,000 silver planes, my biggest recommendation to you is to save up for the 10 gold planes. I know it's hard, but you really want to save up for the 10 gold planes. Save your 10,000 silver planes, and spend it on buying gold planes. Don't buy one gold plane. You're paying too much. You can't afford it. Yeah. All right. Let us go into here. Stand selection. So one of the things I'm going to do is we need to unlock the stands, right? So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to purchase a few of these stands. I'm purchasing stand 12 down here because it doesn't block any of these stands over here. So that's what I like to do whenever I'm playing this kind of when I'm playing World of Airports. I like to unlock stands that are kind of independent, that won't block other stands. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But we also have some cargo planes landing, so we're gonna have to buy the cargo terminal. We'll unlock this stand. We don't have any D planes coming in just yet, so we're gonna get that going. I'll unlock this D stand just in case we do get one, which I've seen a few in my other beta sessions. Does the schedule have an offline functionality? I don't think so, but let's go ahead and go in here into the planner, right? So this is why I'm really hyped. Another reason why I'm really hyped about the scheduling feature, because it really will help me understand how much I'm playing, right? So we could just go ahead and schedule a bunch of these planes. Let's schedule the passenger planes first. Now I'm not being strategic at all. I'm just putting them into different stands. And we're going to go ahead and the cargo's up here, so we're going to go ahead and schedule these planes into cargo. Normally, if I'm on my own, not streaming, I'm going to try to be a little bit more strategic. Actually, this is perfect, right? I would put the B plane that I have into a stand that only has B up to B, so that's perfect for stand 1. So now we got all the planes that are in queue, scheduled, and you'll see here. It'll automatically take you to what stand it's scheduled to. So that's pretty cool. Let us turn on the tower manager here, and let's see what happens with the tower manager. Right, so I don't have favorite airplanes turned on. I don't have arrival sequence turned on. We're gonna turn on the approach manager, and I think we still need to we still have to approve. Yo, Flamingo, thanks for 1,000 bits. Appreciate that. But yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Okay, you still have to assign the stand, right? You still have to do that job, or you could also assign the delivery manager, right? But the cool thing is when you tap on the plane, it'll automatically take you there, right? So this plane is now landing. It's landing, and that is good. So now all these other planes that are waiting here, we have to also confirm the stand. So you could still turn on the delivery manager if you want, and the delivery manager will be able to do that for you. So let's go ahead and activate that as well. And you'll see the delivery manager assigned it to its stand. So you see over here it says stand 8 with the nice blue dot next to it. That tells you that's the plane, that's the stand that plane was assigned to, right? So you see here this A320 is assigned to stand 12, but what is this? G84028. Where is it on my schedule? I don't see. Let's see. G84. Yeah, so it's scheduled. It's assigned to stand 2, but stand 2 wasn't available, so the delivery managers just assigned it to an available stand still. So that's just how that works. Pretty cool for like realism. But what I'm really excited about is when you start to get more planes, right? So we can remove this here and we could put this on stand 12, for example. And you could see once I'm done with all these planes, when you have a lot more than 12 planes coming in, I could see, okay, I have another plane coming in 8 minutes. I have another plane coming in 24 minutes. So it really just keeps you on top of like, oh, I can take a break here. You know, I could go to another airport for 30 minutes because I have all these stands aren't expecting planes for another hour. So things like that can happen. But yeah, here's CNN. The biggest one. All right, our new aircraft coming in this update. So the MD-11, the what is it, 135, E140, E145 are all brand new in this update. When is Hong Kong coming? By the end of the year. Let's take a look at the developer blog. Let's use what they said, right? One of the world's largest airports planned for release at the end of the year. That's really all we know right now. Let's focus on CNN right now, though. We got new rewards, so let's go ahead and claim those. Got the AT-76. And I guess I should. You guys want me to buy a plane here? I'll buy a plane. Let's buy a plane. Let's go ahead and do a D plane. There we go. We'll do the MD-11, all right? And you guys wanted to see the liveries, right? So we're going to look at the liveries. We got Supreme 4, 3, Supreme 2, Supreme 1. My default is Supreme 3. But I use a bunch of different liveries on all my planes. We're going to do Supreme 3. Let's see where this can go. So this is where CNN is. And this can go to Muscat. It can go to Bari. It can go to Innsbruck. It can go to Prague. It could go to LHR. What about this way? Can we get it to BKK? Can we get it to Sydney? Probably not. What's the distance? 5,000. Oh, so it does have distance. Interesting. Let's see if we need to adjust the profitability. Oh, no Sydney, but you can go to Nagoya, so pretty cool. And this is, you know, there's other bigger planes that you can use, you know, other planes that we could use. So we're going to go ahead and purchase this. We'll approve it to land, all right? Are there any features that appear at CNN and at no other airport? So that would be the runway direction, right? So based on the real world direction, like real world weather, when you first load into the game, it'll also determine which direction the runway that's in use in the game. So I've played this airport a few times, and I've played it where, you know, runway 7, you know, going from this way to that, up this way, is active, and I've had it where this is the landing runway. Planes would come in from here and land this way. So I've seen it both ways, I had no clue. I had to ask the developer how did that work, and it's all, just like the weather. The weather is based on real life weather. When you first load into the game, the time that of the game, like, so if you guys only play World of Airports at night in your local time zone, and you play one of your local airports, the airport is always going to load in at night. That's one of the cool things as well. Let's see here. This we're just gonna handle. Oh, because I handled so many planes right just there, I'm probably gonna need to buy more services. Yep, so we're gonna buy more services here. We're probably gonna need more baggage. We're probably gonna need more cleaning, but definitely gonna need more cargo. That menu, man. All right, we got the lavatory. We don't got too many of that. The ambulift and the repair. Let's hope we get one of these. We should be getting one of those soon. Oh, we need fuel, so let's buy more fuel too. Look over here. How's this one looking? And while that's going on, let's go ahead and heart this plane. Let us let's turn the delivery manager off for now. The fuel truck. Let's take a look. We got a water salute. Oh, I missed it. Darn. Can you show us the stats from BKK to CNN or Muscat to CNN? What do you mean? Which stats are you looking for in particular? Like every single airplane is gonna have different stats. Are you looking just for distance, really, or? What we can do is I did buy this MD-11, so once this plane lands, we can see where it can go and what the distance is. Can we choose different side of runway, like the plane will land on right and we would change the left, or just static land? So the runway itself is not static, right? So in this airport you'll see different, you know, sometimes planes will land from the left, sometimes planes will land from the right, but that is all based on the real world data. So if the wind is causing, you know, if the wind changes, the runway is going to change essentially. So that is going to be pretty interesting. There's no way to manually change it. You just got to come in on a better day. Which is going to be really interesting when this feature rolls out to like other airports, right? Because like I think they've mentioned, World of Airport developers have mentioned this a few times in the past, that they do want to like have different runway like directions for the other airports too. And in the dev blog, they said that this is like a way for them to test out new features by using in generic airports, right? So I think it's going to be pretty interesting, you know, seeing in other airports how it's going to affect our gameplay, right? Because now, I mean, it's going to be a while, right? Because they have to pretty much redo the entire taxiing system for every single airport, and some of these airports are large, but it's going to change the way we play. Like, is there going to be a certain day, like certain times where you're like, I don't want to play Muscat today because the wind is not in the right direction? Is that going to happen to us? I would not be surprised. For some of us, and even here, you know, we might even see that in this airport. You know, we'll see when this plane. That's a cargo plane. I should have done this one. We'll do this. These sizes max at CNN, so we do have a D plane. We have D plane stands as well. You'll see over here C2A D plane. We have 4A. And all the way through 1A, and we have the MD-11 over here landing right now, which is a D plane. So that is definitely doable. Can I show airline liveries? There's way too many, and I don't know which ones are new or not. So that's something you're gonna have to take a look at the forum to look for, or when the game comes out. ISIM says, man, this game will follow like a real life airport rule. That's so amazing. Respect for the developer. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I have no clue how to check, you know, the real world weather, so I had to ask for help with that. But that's where this comes into play. So let's see if we got any changes here. Might be a while. Would that cause the runway to change? Look, I mean, we did go from like over here to like over here. So can the wind direction change while you're in the airport, or do you need to reload the airport to take effect? You do need to reload the airport. It will not happen while you're in the airport itself. At least not right now. Maybe I didn't ask devs if that was a feature that they were planning on or something like that. But I know it's like yeah, once you're in the airport, that's what it is. You know, that's the runway direction. Alright, so we only got cargo planes being handled right now. Does the scheduling system planner reset when we re-enter an airport? No, so the scheduling, I mean, this planner is saved. So when I go back to LHR later, the planes that I have saved, that I planned there, are going to be already there. It's all saved, yep. When is the update coming out? There's no date right now, so we don't have anything official as far as like when it's coming out. But what we do know is that I think October 22nd is the World of Airports anniversary, and I know typically every year they aim to do something special for their anniversary, right? And what makes the most sense right now is for them to try to aim to have this update ready for the anniversary, but I'm pretty sure they just don't want to commit to it, because if they run into bugs or other major issues, the developers want to make sure that the game comes out bug free, or it's enjoyable, rather than making sure they're meeting a deadline that they self-imposed, right? So all right, MD-11. So we have this MD-11 which can go to Muscat, which is not very far, 1200 nautical miles, and it could make 824 with this configuration of 13 business and 10 first. It can go to Bangkok, which is 1400, almost 1500 nautical miles, a little bit more profit there. It can go to Nagoya, which is 3600 nautical miles, a little less than that. It can go to LHR as well. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to send this. Ooh, look at that profit though. So we're going to send this plane to Muscat. Don't know a specific player, and we're going to go ahead and send it for a random arrival. Now I didn't actually like plan this plane, right? So we need to go into the scheduler here. Yep, and you'll see now, because it's a new plane that landed. Oh, that's one thing. Other thing too. When it comes to like new planes that you buy, when you first buy a plane, it doesn't have a contract, right? So because of that, it won't show up on your planner. Once you get a contract for your plane, then it'll show up on your planner, and that's when you can add it to your schedule. But after that, not much. You can't do that. All right. So yeah, you guys, we're still waiting for the Ambulift. We're still waiting for the walk around. I showed you the airport garage services. I showed you the CNN airport. I told you how it's unlocked. I told you what's a generic airport, and I told you how it uses the real life weather to determine the runway direction. So right now we're just waiting for the Ambulift, which I'm sure is going to happen. I shouldn't have selected so many cargo planes to be handled at once. I should have done non-cargo planes, but that's my mistake. We're gonna look at these planes here, wait for the Ambulift, wait for the repair to come up. And if you guys have any questions about this update or more things you want to see, I'm going to go into like each of the new planes and click on each of the liveries. So we'll do that later. I just want to make sure we see the Ambulift and the repair in progress. Yeah, and guys, I'm not a developer. I'm just another. I just play the game just like you guys. I just make YouTube videos and stream every Saturday. And I've helped. The developers. They reached out to me asking me to see if I was interested in streaming this update, which of course I am. And you know, my goal is to find as many bugs as I can when I'm off stream. That way we can make this game even better for all of us, right? I give them feedback, so like if certain things are confusing to me, you know, I try to think about, like, is it just me? Like, am I just being silly, or is it something that other people might be confused about? So I try to just think about like everybody who's playing the game, so that way we all can have a good time and enjoy it to the fullest. Oh look. Ambulift. You see the service was added over here. I didn't see the pop-up though. Did you guys see the pop-up? Could you check SEL level to see if CNN is there? So CNN is not going to be part of the normal unlocking process. It's not going to be there. It's SEL. I already confirmed that, not on stream though, but I can go there on stream and show you guys for sure. But it's a generic airport, so it's going to be processing. It's a different way to unlock it. You have to pay gold planes to unlock it, is the way to unlock. All right, so yeah, here's one of the things about CNN, right? With this airplane, it now has to, you know, go on the runway and turn around in order to take off. All we had so far was small or B planes, right? So like the B planes that we handled, they were just able to take off, but they didn't have to backtrack on the runway. But because this is a seaplane, it has to backtrack on the runway. So this is what's going to be really interesting, because when let me see, I'm gonna maybe back out and come back in. But actually, yeah, let's back out and come back in. Let us see. Need more planes. Let's get this contract in here. Generate another one. Got 33 contract slots. Yo, Mert, thank you for resubscribing. By the way, let's shout out to Mert. Shout out to Flamingo. Thank you, Flamingo, for the 1K bits. Jeffrey Lemberger, thank you for the subscription. Gojira Games, thank you for the subscription. Maddie P, 14616, thank you for the follow. And I think I mentioned Galdor, I mentioned Luke Nico. Thank you guys for following. We got Penguin with the subscription, Baver with the subscription. We got Coleman Lamb with the subscription on YouTube. TJ Bay with the 7 months on Twitch. I appreciate that very much. Easy, what's up, Easy Nuts? Easy Nuts finally off on a Saturday with the 14 months tier 1 subscription. Kelvinator, thank you for 20 months, bro. Freezeman, thank you for 21 months. I appreciate you guys. Noodle, thank you again for 14 months. All right, let's see if we got a different runway this time around. Let's take a look. Probably not, right? Yeah, we're still the same way. Okay, no worries. So yeah, what'll happen is, so I was telling you, like with the seaplanes having to backtrack in order to take off, right? So when the runway is the other direction though, the seaplanes can just go right here and take off without backtracking, right? So it's going to be super interesting, especially when we're in other airports, like outside of this, when that feature gets released across the entire game. It's going to be super interesting to see, you know, how that impacts what we play. Like, are we going to not play a certain airport because the runway is a certain direction? I feel like some of you, yes, that's exactly how you're going to play it. I know for me, maybe we'll see what it is. You know, is St. Martin going to be different because of that? Who knows, right? But all right, here's a plane, brand new plane that we got from our contracts, and you know, we have stand 1. So stand 1 is assigned to the AT-46, and we could add this to the schedule. You see here we have 30 minutes in between each of the handlings. We could also go right here to the scheduler, go to this and go to that same stand and see the same thing. I like the scheduler. I like the schedule. I like to go to the planner here because it tells you how long it takes the plane to handle and what's the time for a round trip. So you can see here, like if I put this right here, it's essentially going to make this it's the same amount of round trip as the other plane, but because each plane has its own different handling time, you'll see there's a 22-minute gap here, then there's a 4-minute gap here before that plane returns. So we're going to go ahead and save that there. We're going to put this plane, let's put it over here. We'll put this plane right here, right? So you got let's see, we're going to let's remove both of these right here. So right, we got 1 hour and 10 minutes on this first flight, and a 54-minute round trip over there. So we put that there, and you can see 56. If we wanted to put this, let's say right here instead, you'll see how that kind of changes up the schedule. Put it right there. Why not? Oh, where'd my chat go? There it is. CNN looks like in. Yeah, when I say seaplanes, it sounds like seaplanes. I got you. Yep. Sim says, thanks, Phat. You make me exciting when I want to update WoA. Thanks for the information to us. Yeah, thank you to the developers for like trusting me with the, sharing this with you guys. When it comes to like betas and stuff like that, like for any developer really, it does take it's a lot of trust that you're putting into that person, right? Because not like I have access to like pre-release software, right? So it's like sometimes there are bugs, sometimes there's issues. So yeah, thank you to the developers. It's been fantastic. It's a new airport, but it isn't even a real one. I'm not sure what that means. Hockey fan said, Phat, schedule is going to work good for map contracts, but not so much for player planes. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different for player planes, right? I haven't had too much time to play with it with player planes, mainly because we want to take a look at. We're going to look at this plane. We're going to keep an eye on this plane, by the way, because I want to see the repair. I want to see the walk around, right? So we're going to keep it there. But yeah, with the player planes and the schedule, it's going to be interesting, right? Because the player plane itself will only return when your contract partner actually handles the plane. So it's going to give you the round trip time, but it might not actually be like, unless your partner is playing at the exact moment that the plane lands, it's probably not going to be precise, right? So yeah. What's up, Carlitos? 50-inch Vizio. I'm on TV, man. That's pretty cool. I love it when I'm on TV. Look, it's the pilot. There he goes. And this is a brand new plane. If they find an issue, I'm gonna be mad. I just bought this plane. Could you imagine, right? I just bought this plane and now it has to get a repair. Does the scheduling feature interact with the tower at all? What's up, Sports Rule? So the scheduling feature, it doesn't really. I mean, it looks like the delivery manager will prioritize the stand that that it's scheduled to. But the delivery manager, if that stand that plane is scheduled to is occupied, but there's another stand available for that plane, it's going to assign that plane to the other stand still. So it's more of like just kind of like the way I look at it, it's more of just because like I use all the tower managers, right? So the way I look at it, the scheduling feature is going to help me with understanding like how long my game session is going to be, right? So if I look at the scheduling manager here right now at CNN, I can see here that I have these planes. Let's go to schedule actually, right? So you see at the schedule, I got an hour 43 gap. I have an hour 38 gap. I have an hour 47. This plane should be landing or is landing now. This plane is being handled now. You can tell right there. I have a 3-minute gap before this plane returns, and then stand 12 is super busy. There's like it's the same plane, right? But either way, it lets me know, okay, I got a pretty good gap right here before my next cargo plane arrives. So yeah, well, I'm pretty happy that my brand new plane didn't need repair, but I do want to show you guys what the repair looks like, right? So That would have been funny though if my brand new plane needed repair.
iFly 473.
Take a look here. What about HKG? So HKG is coming by the end of the year, like Irish Explorer said in chat there. CNN was already kind of announced as a generic airport. It's not part of like the regular premium pass or airport pass leveling system. So it's something that you're gonna have to unlock separately. When we went in here today, it was 4 gold planes to unlock, and the premium pass was 10 gold planes. I always like the premium passes though, mainly because you get extra handling crew. I mean, the way I look at it, if you were to buy your own handling crew, 5 handling crew is 45 gold planes. So just getting 3 and you paid 10 gold planes for the whole pass means you're getting more than your money's worth, right? You're getting your money's worth just from the handling crew. Then you're getting a bunch of planes that you don't have to unlock and you don't have to pay wallers for. You get gold planes, right? But not enough gold planes to like make up for the amount that you spent. But still, it's always good to get a little bit of a refund, right? You got silver planes, and when you get 10,000 silver planes, you can get 10 gold planes, so you can get your money back, right? So let's see how many silver planes this entire pass, free plus premium, gives you. So that's 500. We're doing math on the fly. That's 1,500 total now. That is 3,500 total. That is 7,500 total. That's 11,500 total. So you're getting enough silver planes to pay for that premium pass here. So really, it's like almost a no-brainer, maybe to me, depending upon how often or how much you're gonna play the airport, right? But for me, it's like most of the premium passes. I like the way World of Airport developers price it, because it's always worth it. What does that mean? Fathin says, please improve the UI, whatever it is, that the service plane is higher than the landing and takeoff planes. Oh, so what the way the planes are ordered is the planes at the bottom of the list are the planes that have been at your airport the longest. The planes at the top of the list are the planes that haven't been at the airport as long. So that's the way this service list is ordered. Maybe that will help you. Alright, this is looking good. How about this guy? It's undergoing cleaning. This is still doing that. Let's us generate more contracts. Any random player arrival? That would be amazing, right? That'd be shocking. Oh, snap! Oh, it does make sense though, because you can send right now planes to this airport. It does cost you wallers though, because it's not a playable airport. That's pretty cool. Lucky guy right there. Right. Now, this is a cool attention to detail, right? Because this random contract I received, right? It doesn't let me schedule it, which is great, right? Because like you're only receiving this plane once. So like that's the kind of stuff that I look for when I'm like testing the game. I'm looking to see like, oh, is this going to let me do this? That's the cool thing. It didn't let me schedule the plane, so that's nice. We got to buy more cleaning service here. Let's take a look at this other A320. Looks like the cleaning service should be done pretty soon. And it looks like it does need ambulift, so that's going to be nice. We're going to need that. And you see here, right? Baggage can't start until cleaning's done, but the ambulift can't start until cleaning's done either. And then boarding doesn't begin until ambulift is done. So that's pretty cool. Hockey fan said the stand size selection is the biggest improvement in my opinion. I really like I can't wait to go to IAD, and even like right here, for example, I have 4A, actually, I probably should have scheduled my MD-11 to be at 3A instead, because 3A, oh wait, okay, each of these stands block two of them, so either way. But like what you could do is you could like disable, you can go into here. Well, this stand has scheduled airplanes that cannot be edited. So, but you could disable these sizes so that way this stand doesn't get blocked by other planes, right? So that's one of the features I'm super hyped about. Brackenworth, thank you for the Prime subscription. That's appreciated, man. John A. Oder Dotch, thank you for 4 months, man. And Snurk, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Angel Kai said on the 752, can you show some IRL airlines? As far as what I've seen, doesn't have the winglets, but some IRL like United and Delta should have them. Let us see. Let us see. 752. Counting is hard. So here's Delta. Here's Iceland Air. I am not a WoApedia hunter yet. Eventually, I might want to do that. Like get more of my WoApedia completed. Yeah, right now I am not. I don't have a lot of WoApedia, as you can see. Let's take a look at the 752F. DHL. Oh, I think I need to buy a new capture card. I'm sorry that this happens, guys. I'm gonna have to buy a new capture card. Here's a 752F FedEx. UPS Airlines. UPS Europe. All right, 752 CF. I noticed the CF is not a plane you can buy for your fleet. Northwestern Cargo. Hopefully that helps you guys who are wondering. What else we got? We got a request here. Show local contracts. How much time we have on this? And we got the Ambulift over here. You see? Capture card says I'm retiring soon. Yeah. When will they rework the 747? They've already reworked it? Or what makes you think it needs to be reworked still? That's my question. All right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna go to the map now. Contract. All right, so look at all these airports, right? I don't really know what's the best way to show local contracts, but I'm just gonna click on some random airports locally. Go first, Indigo, SpiceJet. Go to another country here, Pakistan. Air India Express. Regional airport. So remember, when you're a regional or when you're not a regional airport, getting these contracts are going to cost you silver planes. Once you reach regional status, they don't cost you silver planes anymore. Yeah, why didn't I just do this, right? Got PIA. Regional. Right. guys want to look at the Woapedia for MD-11? I don't got any planes, man. MD-11, where's the other one? There it is. No Woapedia, but there you go. You can see which ones are there. 11F. Maybe we could go to Leipzig and see if we can roll a random contract. How do I link my Prime account to Twitch? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I had to do that. Let's go ahead and... This one's done. This one's done. Go ahead and stand. Hide this stand and add it to schedule. Runway is occupied.
Go Air 4028. Cleared for takeoff. Wind 2 degrees. 6 knots.
Oh, new models of the 747s. I mean, every time they continuously add new models of new planes, but what happens when they add new models, they have to update all the liveries, right? And there's a lot of airlines across the world, guys. So it's not like they can just add a plane and then just go on to the next one. They add a plane and then they have to add all the liveries that are for all the airlines across the world, or at least the airlines that are applicable to the airports we have in the game. And you know, World of Airports have added more and more airports all over the world, right? So that essentially we're getting closer and closer to like having every single airline in the world, right, in the game. So they have to do that. Then they have to add, like, you know, the player liveries as well. So I know that their goal is to add more, but it's not like, it's not just as easy as just like updating, like, oh, just tweak this one little part, or just like extend the airplane a little bit. Are they going to add an airport in Belgium? As far as I know, I think their main focus is expanding the airports across the world before they're going like more in Europe again. But you know, those plans can always change, so we'll have to wait and see. There we go. And we see the MD-11 depart. Is it still waiting in queue? It is. Nice. Yeah, we could do that. No problem. Angel's stoked for the update. IAD would be awesome to play now that it has the reworked 757s and the ERJ 145s. United has a lot of those that fly out of duels. It'll help with realism a lot. Nice. Yeah, look at this schedule, right? So I can see here, like, I am running out of planes to handle soon. Let's turn the filter on so we can see. You see here, like, we got the AT-76, which we're handling right now. We got this A320, which is waiting to land. So these planes over here are waiting to land. But otherwise, we're about to have like a 30-minute gap between planes, or a 14-minute gap. So we could schedule this plane too. Hold on. Schedule this one. Put this on stand 4. Yeah, why not? Alright, see you later, Irish Explorer. Thank you for joining us on stream today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. You know, I wanted to make sure we got through all the key parts. You know, we're still waiting for repair, but that's what... Excuse me. I'm trying to mute my mic, and it couldn't get there in time. But, yeah, that's what happens when you have random events. Random is random, right? So Abdullah said, Fat, let's go on Muscat and SEL to see wind directions. Wind directions is not active in those airports. Only at CNN right now. CNN is the first airport to have runway direction change based on wind. So it's a feature that they're going to roll out eventually to other airports, potentially. But No, those other airports don't have that right now. It's going to be a massive undertaking, especially like Muscat and SEL. Like those are larger airports. Like, you know, Innsbruck will probably be easier, you know, to change the runway direction. Like same thing with Bari potentially. But like once you start going to like IAD, Muscat, those larger ones, it's going to be something, you know. Let's take a look at this plane taking off, all right? What's the way to unlock CNN from the previous airport? No, not from the previous airport. It is not tied to the because CNN airport is a generic airport. And it's not part of the normal pass that you would get from like leveling up a prior airport. So right now, the next airport that's going to be part of the pass is going to come out later this year. And that's expected to be HKG, Hong Kong, right? But CNN, the way to unlock it is to by spending gold planes. It was 4 gold planes to unlock it, and the premium pass was 10 gold planes. So like, you know, usually I'm not a fan of telling people to unlock airports for gold planes, right? But the only way to unlock this airport is by buying it. So it's not, you don't have really any option there. When is the update coming? There's no date yet, but we're expecting it sometime this month. You know, World Airports, their anniversary, their anniversary is like October 22nd. So that would be the most ideal date for release, I think, you know, for the community and for the developers. But when it comes to it, there's a lot of things that the developers want to make sure that they're getting this update right. You know, the worst thing that happens is when they release an update and all you guys are running into bugs and you can't even play the game, right? We don't want that. You know, nobody wants that to happen. You don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. The developers don't want that to happen. So I think that's the main reason why the developers don't give off too many release dates, because they just want to ensure that it's working properly. That's number one priority. Can iOS account be used in Android? That's something that's coming out in the future, but that's not in this update at this time. Definitely not there. Go ahead and claim these rewards. Push back. Yeah, we want to land a plane.
Hotel Sierra, Whiskey Kilo Delta, runway
MD-11 is the first tri-jet in WoA? Yes, that is right.
12 knots.
Now, I wonder, my question, which I didn't ask the developers because like, it's too early, but I'm just wondering if the generic airports are going to be their own little airport unlock, right? So, for example, like there's 35 levels in this pass, but let's say we get another generic airport, you know, let's say in 2026. Will they add another level to this pass and let us unlock that other generic airport? That would be cool, but you know, that's not guaranteed. Mike said they're gonna cry if it comes out on Tuesday. You'll be traveling for work until Wednesday. Yeah, that would be sad if like when the update comes out. I know actually next weekend I'm traveling. Where I'm going out with the wife, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Wait, how did you get a player plane? So you can go in here and go to random player arrival. You know, right now you can still send planes to CNN airport, right? So those planes apparently that are coming in that you're sending from CNN, from your airport to CNN, I can receive it, or you know, anybody who's in the beta can receive it as a random player arrival. Now, the difference between like doing that now and waiting for the update is that if you do it now before you have the update, you will have to pay Wallers for that contract. But when you're sending contracts that are to a playable airport, and you don't have to pay wallers to it for it, so it's pretty nice. Kelvin said, I guess it's more about the location and seeing a lot of those nearby airlines. I assume most, if not generic airports, will be just one runway. I also assume that most generic airports will be one runway as well. I mean, I would think that majority of those airports would probably follow a similar layout to like this one, where it's like runway, taxiway. That's it, you know? Maybe, you know, you got the different entrances and exits, but for the most part, it would just probably follow the same format. Well, we have Mexico City Airport in an update. That now I'm not a developer, man, so I have no information with that. No information. I get this. I only have the information that World Airport developers have shared publicly, and really the only things that we know right now, as far as what airports we're going to get in the future, is CNN, which you're seeing right now on stream, and then HKG, which is coming later this year. That HKG is going to be an actual fully fledged airport in the game. So what that means is it's going to have like, it's going to be part of the premium pass or the airport pass, so you can level up and unlock that airport for free. It's going to be a detailed airport. It's a large airport, right? I think it's one of the largest airports in the world. So that's going to be pretty cool. What's up, Saroa? Saroa said we have the majority of Indian airlines already. My point is we aren't actually getting CNN. With this layout, we could be getting any one runway airport in the world. Just put it in India. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I think that's the whole point of the generic airports, is that they could just put destinations there. And then I think also, like, I'm wondering if they're gonna look at the data to see how many like players are actually like playing the airport or not. Because they said in a prior dev blog that they're gonna look at generic airports to see if see how many people are playing and use that to like maybe even determine if they should turn a generic airport into a full-fledged airport. Let's check out the wind direction. Yeah, let's see. Am I human? Yeah, runway. It's still gonna be the same way. Same direction. Yep, runway 7. You can keep on. Good call out though, for us to check. Thank you for mentioning that. All right, so here are the levels. I'm working my way from the end to the beginning, and we're gonna collect my level 5 reward. I know you guys want to see this. Level 30 for international. I think it's like level 16 for regional. This is a cool little airport in my opinion for like us, like if you want to take a break, not have to play like such a large airport, not have, you know, hundreds of planes to handle, or thousands in my case. Yeah. Right, how is my schedule looking right now? We're gonna go to schedule here. We're gonna filter. So yeah, we're seeing we got a big gaps coming in. We got these planes that are waiting to land. For the most part, we got like an hour and a half. So what I'm gonna do is what else do you guys want to see here at CNN before we switch airports? Because we're gonna I'm gonna switch over to IAD, I think. Why not? Yeah, IAD. And you know, schedule a couple planes, you know, kind of just like get that going, show you how I'm playing it normally, and go from there.
Allied 0716, line up and wait runway right UMW arrive.
Did I miss it? The plane under repair? No. Missed the plane, huh? Well, let's see here. Oh, right here. Okay. You're not talking about the actual feature. I gotcha. Okay. I think from what I've seen in the past, not many prices do change from what we're showing here versus like what comes out. There is a possibility it could change, but from most of the other streams, it doesn't really change a lot, if much. But you know, this is a beta, right? So you know, things can change. You know, features can change. I mean, even from yesterday to today, there was a couple new features that I didn't even have a chance to see until live on stream. So that was pretty cool. You're gonna watch F1, nice. What's on the other side of the runway? Actually, let's see something here. Hold on. I want to see if I turn off 3D landscapes. Here we go. This is what the airport is. Yeah, this is the airport. That is the airport. We're gonna monitor this plane here. I'm gonna read you guys' chats, all right? So when you guys got questions or comments, I'll read them out loud. Has not been released. We are waiting for it. We're kind of I'm expecting it maybe like this month. Ideally, I think the community and the developers are probably aiming for like October 22nd, mainly because that's the World of Airports anniversary, and I know like every year they tend to do something like special for their anniversary, and an update like this would be something special. I think that would be cool, but we don't have anything official, any official word. Developers haven't told me anything about like when they will release it, so there's nothing to share there. Yeah, and WoA is not PC. I'm playing on an iPad Pro, which is then connected to a capture card. So that's what you're seeing. That's why it looks like I'm playing on PC. Ooh, my forehead. That's why it looks like I'm playing on PC, but I'm not. When will we have WoA on PC? I mean, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, because the developer tools that the developers use do not allow for PC gaming. It only allows for mobile. So because of that, I don't think that we're going to see anything like a PC port coming out unless the developer tools that they use update to add that. But they haven't added that in 3 or 4 years, right? So it's like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. It's not in World of Airports hands right now, though. It's literally not possible unless they remake the game. But are you guys willing to wait another 1 or 2 years like we had to wait for World of Airports 2.0? If they had to port it over to a different engine and a whole different system, and then, I mean, that would just probably make a lot more headaches than anything. Maybe their next game, maybe if they make another game, but I don't know if they're making another game. So, peace out, Kronos. Raptor says, looks like there's a general aviation plane area on the other side of the airport, so I assume they'll start testing GA planes and business jets soon. Nice. You see the pilot over there. Come on, repair. CNN layout was accurate, I would have been happy. Well, that's the whole point of generic airports. It's really not like about the airport being accurate. It's about the destination. I'm not sure what that airport looks like IRL in real life. You saw a random plane guy. Right, no repair. Well, uh hey. Did ATC voice get any work in this update? I don't really play too much with the ATC voice on, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I've had it on for this stream in the background, so maybe it has. I don't play with the ATC voice on too much because I have way too many planes. Like, if you guys were here in the beginning of the stream, you'll see I have over 1,000 contracts at LHR. So when I'm playing, I'm handling like hundreds of planes. So I'm constantly switching between planes, which means that like when you're switching between planes, the ATC voice constantly gets cut off. It's kind of annoying to like listen to. So I either turn it off or I turn off my sound. So you would have to tell me. I don't have any patch notes either, right? The patch notes come out when the update comes out. That's when we could really see and like confirm. But no, I don't know. Those shocks came out of nowhere. I missed it. The point of us getting a generic version of an airport is for them to release it quicker. Is that their point, though? I don't know if they ever said that. I think we could look at is devblog 28. I forget which one is the devblog that talked about generic airports. Okay, 7 maybe. Help us expand the number of playable locations across all continents much faster. They won't be 100% true to life recreations, but they still offer a fun, varied, and believable gameplay experience. It gives us a way to bridge the gap, bring diversity, let you explore more new parts of the world more quickly. I don't know. Maybe that's not the way I interpreted it, you know. In my opinion, the way I interpreted it mainly was more about like, hey, look, you know, if people are interested in this airport, then they're gonna make it into a fully fledged airport. But like my original thinking was what generic airports is that like we would get like an Innsbruck everywhere, you know. Or I mean, ideally we would have like a procedurally generated airport, but that's probably too complicated. It says it won't be true to life recreation, so I don't know what runway is still the same. And I mean, the airport right here looks kind of similar. Oh, okay. Oh well. Well, you know, that's the problem sometimes is that like what's it called? When it comes to language, right? It could be a little tough. You know, some people can interpret different words different ways. And I also know like the developers, like I don't think their first language is English, but that's the language that they communicate to us on in, right? So it could be translation problems. It could just be, you know, just English is a hard language in general, where you have like words that mean certain things to certain people, when there could be a better word to use something else. But all right, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch out of CNN. That was cool, but I want to play some IAD, or is it IAD? Yeah, why not? Where do I have the most connection requests? IAD. All right. Go to IAD, and the scheduling update coming up. Scheduling system coming out next update. Yeah, what you're seeing here is the next update so far. Yep. This plane in. English is easy if you know, not if you know 5 other languages. I don't know, man. People have hard times with English. Hard times. All right, so let's play with the scheduling system here. So what we got here is the scheduling system. I have a bunch of planes here. We're gonna start with the cargo planes, right? Because with the cargo planes, one of the things at IAD, which is like super important to me, are these stands right here, 7, 8, and 9, or 6, 7, and 8. So with stand 7 is the only stand that can handle G planes, right? So it's like, in a way, these stands are occupied. Dang. So in a way, I want to make sure that we can get the G planes landed as soon as possible. So X7, we want to schedule as many all the G planes there. So we have this is a G plane. Let's go to G right here. Here we go. This is going to be super nice. I'm super hyped about this because I have so many. I have these cargo planes, these A225s, which I just almost impossible for me to land. Now let's take a look. Whose is this? This is Mert's plane. So we're gonna go Mert first. Who's this? This is 10 to 10. Nice. We get the second. Who's this? This is Rick Rashid. And then we'll do the reward. So you look here. We're gonna have like 2 hours between. If we handle all of these planes in a row, we're gonna have 2 hours in between. So let's go ahead and save that. And next up, we'll do some of the larger F planes. Right now, I don't want to assign it to stand 6 and 7. I think, or 6 and 8. We're probably going to keep those stands blank for now. But over here, we got stand 15. So we'll go ahead and just like start putting these planes in. I probably could be a little bit more strategic too. Like this plane is 4 hours 19 minutes. So we probably could put it in like right here. So that way there's a little bit of gap. I wouldn't put the 4 hour 19 minute right. I wouldn't put Leipzig back to back like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to do this. We have this 4 hours 25 minutes. Might as well. Oh, A124. We need those. Those are special planes too. So we need those to be pre-scheduled as well. A124 right there. A plane, I think. Oh, I am not being strategic. Go to the schedule. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I forgot to save. Oh, good. It's still there. There we go. All right. So you see here, after handling 4 planes, and I got 5 hours before the next plane even like has a chance to come in, right? If I handle 2 planes at this stand, I have 4 hours before more planes can come in. Now I can add a lot more planes to this so we could see like what it actually looks like. But like I said, I'm avoiding right now assigning planes to stand 6 and 8 because I want my G planes to land. I want the G planes to land for sure. Let's schedule another plane to land here. Let's go ahead and start handling, and let's Oh, I got some Concords. Well, look at that. Should I do some Concord giveaways? I should. You know what? That's what we'll do. On how many Concords do I have just sitting here? Let's go to my fleet. Let's go to E-planes. At the end. How many Concords we have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 Concords not in use. Here's what we're gonna do. In the Phat Airlines Discord, we have some giveaway channels. We have plane giveaways. VIPs are able to do plane giveaways. And the cool thing about giveaways is that everybody who it's free for you to enter a giveaway, and everybody who enters a giveaway has an equal chance at winning as everybody else. So everybody has the same chance at winning. So what I want you guys to do, because I'm setting this up right now. If you want to get a chance at the Concorde, and this is for you guys who are here live. Sorry for those of you guys who are not live, we'll do a smaller giveaway. But if you're watching the replay and you want to win a plane, you can still win something. But we're going to be giving away 6 Concords from my IAD. And all you gotta do is join the Phat Airlines Discord. So I'm gonna show you guys in just a second. I'm just gonna, because we're gonna set this up for 30 minutes. I have 6 winners. What you guys gotta do? We go to Discord. Come on. There it is. You go to Discord, right? When you join the Phat Airlines Discord, you might have to go to channels and roles and add more channels depending upon like if you don't see it. But you go to the list and you'll see underneath our World of Airports contract section, we have plane contract giveaways. And this channel right here is just a feed of all the giveaways that are happening. It looks like even Flamingo right now is giving away a Concorde to St. Martin, which ends in 11 hours. So you guys can enter to win that. But yeah, it's 2 years St. Martin, by the way. One winner gets 5 Concords. Oh my gosh. So if you win this giveaway from Flamingo, you're going to win 5 Concords. You definitely want to check it out. You got 11 hours from right now, which it's 11:12 or 1:12 p.m. Eastern. This giveaway finished, and then you have Breeze doing a Concorde giveaway that ends in 2 days. It's only 1 contract. And then you got my giveaway, which ends in 29 minutes. All right. This is so I can give away my 6 Concords that I have at my IAD without a contract owner. And it's to an airport of your choice. It has to be able to get there, right? And it has to be able to go there. Like for example, Concords cannot go to MSY. But yeah, I'm excited for it. You know, I've had them. Right now they're occupying my stands, right? So I need to get rid of them because we don't have unlimited stands. So yeah, join the Phat Airlines Discord. Click that button to enter the giveaway. You click a button here, you'll get a confirmation you've entered the giveaway. Your name will show up here as well. And if you decide, or let's say you join Flamingo's giveaway and you're like, oh snap, I don't have St. Martin, you just hit the enter giveaway button again, and it'll give you the option to leave. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's free for everybody to join a giveaway. Only VIPs can start a giveaway though. We're working on ways that more people can do giveaways, but yeah, VIPs can start giveaways. Everybody can enter. So we have the special plane giveaway. We also have there's X plane giveaways. I don't know if there's any going on right now, but I like looking at this channel right here, the plane contract giveaways, because you could see which ones are currently active. You'll see Breeze has an active one, Flamingo has an active one, and all these other ones are ended. Oh, here's one. Is this active still? Oh no, this one's just bugged out. Yeah, I did a massive giveaway the other day and caused the chats to a lot of things to break. But we hit and got that all fixed. Thank goodness. Let us see if we got this map. All right, is the schedule? I read this already. Pat, when you were playing beta for the week, did any of the planes landed stay overnight or have a break between boarding, deboarding? Like Kuba said, they wouldn't ask devs. I don't think I've noticed that, but I'm not probably the right person to ask that. Mainly because I have so many contracts that I'm not really paying attention to one single plane. Like, I think even here, if I click on a few of these planes, yeah, here's a plane, right? I like this plane has been sitting here for 66 days, and it doesn't bother me, you know. I'm not really looking at like individual planes when I'm playing on my main account. So when I'm beta testing, really what I'm testing is like the gameplay. I'm not like watching. You know, I've seen some of your pictures that, and not you, but like just the community's pictures of like, you know, planes traveling or, you know, roaming around with their doors open, right? That's not something I'm really looking at. I'm just like, I'm the gameplay guy. But yeah, as far as that happening, I have way too many planes to really like to see if that's happening. And if it is happening, it's not happening often enough that I'm noticing it then, all right? So I know that might not be super helpful, but James said, "Fat, claim the level reward, please." Is that for which airport? Was that for CNN? Here at IAD, I'm just used to the red dot by now. After the expansion, how many aircraft parking stands? Well, none of us have seen HKG yet in the game, so we have no clue how many stands HKG will have. What we saw today was CNN, the generic airport. Oh, let's actually buy some new planes too. You guys you want me to do another giveaway? I'll do another giveaway. Let's do the MD-11. All right, we bought the MD-11. Let's do an MD-11 plane. Let's do 10 of them, all right? You guys want 10? And then from IAD, where can it go? Be able to go to SCL. Where's SCL? $13. We did 10. And 13. There we go. We're gonna buy 10 of them. Can I afford 10 of them? I can. All right, I'm gonna do another giveaway. This one's gonna be a lot longer. This is for all you guys who are not yet, you know, who are here on live on the stream, and maybe for those of you guys who are watching the replay, you can have a chance. We're going to do a giveaway on the Phat Airlines Discord, ! Discord, or if you're here live, or check the description if you're not. But we're going to do a giveaway from my IAD. Oh, I don't know if this will work. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if this will work. Probably not. Invalid plane name, yep. So I already bought the 10 planes, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to give them away to people. But once we can, we're gonna do some giveaways of the MD-11 for more of the scheduling system. Yeah, let's keep going into scheduling. That's a good point. Let's go right here. I don't want to do any more cargo planes. I want to do these larger planes like the. Let's minimize this. We want to what are these stands? These are stand A7. Okay, so let's go scheduling. Let's go to planner. Here it is. All right, cool. So we're gonna do passenger. We got F planes. Is okay. Now, I guess one thing I wish there probably, maybe I don't know if this is just me, but if it was like a favorited heart, I don't know. Once you have all the planes scheduled, then this list doesn't become that overwhelming. Let us see. We got this one. Yeah, Meek Raven of Bronze Realm. They play a lot, so we're gonna schedule that. We got this one going to Mert. Mert plays. Leo Mag. I don't think I've seen that plane. LHR, so we'll do this one. That's what Hammy plays. Encouraging Sadness. I think they have a new username, right? Mufab, they play. Power Goon, I don't think they play often. Easy Nuts, yep, they're here today. Great Shark, ooh. We have Floating Fighter, we have all these, perfect. All right, good. Now we're into planes that are not mine. We got Neon Engineer. I think they're taking a break from World. We got Neon Engineer. Oh, I did that. Levi Breakers. Loro. I know Loro 123Q definitely plays. Brody. Emmy. Yep. Let's put it there. Grandan. I don't think I've seen that plane a lot. Sunslope. I see them a lot. And we got Fried Bronco. Got a lot of planes, guys. Iron Desperation. Curious Brain. One. Hearted. Heart that one. That 9 out of 10, so that's why it gets hearted, you know? Anytime a plane is at like 9 out of 10 or something like super high like that, I like to heart it so that way we can get it on the ground ASAP. Bags Boy, I haven't seen him in a long time. I hope he's those just yet because we're gonna schedule everybody else. Slope. That, and let's at the top again. 3 hours 47 minutes. 4 hours 10 minutes. So I wonder, is the best strategy like kind of keeping the same time gap between all the planes, or is it trying to like maximize it? I guess that's where I'm gonna have to think about it or figure that out. Let's see, 3 hours 47. All these are 3 hours 47. Was it 6 hours and 47 minutes? Let's put that there. Wow, we need more Muscat planes. When you schedule a player plane, is it for all possible contract handlings or resets every time it's handled? So it stays there. It stays on that list, right? But I think the timing is like based on perfect handling, right? So this 3 hours gap that you see here, this 3 hour 48 minutes, 2 hour gap over here is based on perfect handling, right? So if your partner was perfect in handling and they every single time you sent them a plane, that's what you can expect it to come back. That's not going to be the case most of the times. So that plane will still be assigned there, but I wonder how it'll show up on this list, on the schedule, for example, right? So if I have, which I haven't, so when I first started beta testing, I was playing in the developer environment. And the developer environment, I think we did a beta stream one time in the developer environment. And what that means is, what it means is that I don't have access to any of my contracts, any of my account stuff, It was like, it's a whole nother server essentially. And that was like my gameplay for like the first 5 or first few days. I forget how many days it was. So I didn't get to play with player contracts. And only I think like 2 or 3 days ago is when I started getting access to, like, that's when we got into the production area where it's like, this is my account, these are my contracts, right? So that's what you're seeing now. So I haven't really got to see like too many planes, like see how that works precisely. So don't have an answer for that just yet. But let me put this in here. I'm gonna do 20 minutes. My mom is here watching the kids today, which I'm super appreciative. And she needs to leave at 2 p.m. So Didn't you used to do giveaways on Twitch? The function is even available still. So the problem, yeah, I used to do giveaways on just YouTube. I used to do giveaways just on Twitch, but because I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, there's no way for me to make sure that every single person only has one entry, or make it like otherwise I have to make it like a YouTube only giveaway or a Twitch only giveaway. And I guess right now it's a Discord only giveaway, but even still, the functionality isn't there for cross-platform, so I just picked the cross-platform, the platform that I prefer using, which is Discord. Oh, that's a smart idea, QJ. Thank you for that. QJ YT says, Fat, you can call it, for example, B767 and comment it's an MD11. Very smart. I'll do that. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that that MD11 giveaway where we bought 10 MD11s, and we're going to be hosting a giveaway on Discord. So you're going to see it popping up here shortly. And you'll see that I'm going to be giving away a contract. It's going to say a 767. Maybe a 763. I have to put. Oops, 7. There we go. So it says 762, but really what we're giving away is the MD11. So you click on this, and it takes you right there. And this is the MD11 giveaway. So this giveaway will end in 5 days. I don't know if I can be able to actually send it to you guys until the update comes out, because I don't know if it won't work, right? You won't get anything, but hopefully the update is out in 5 days. If not, then we'll keep your names and we'll send it when the update comes out for all you guys. But yeah, that's what we'll do. So that way you guys can win this plane as soon as it comes out. Look, my battery's kind of low. I'm at 39%. That's crazy. Great idea. Why put it in the scheduler then? The way I look at the scheduler, I mean, like, we're gonna have to figure out like how everybody uses it. But for me, I like that it gives me an idea of like, okay, I still have like I have a ton of cargo planes to handle, right? But then once I'm done with all my large, F and G size cargo planes, then I could take a 4-hour break from this airport, before I need to come back and handle more. So that's just the way I see it. I think everybody's going to have a different way of doing it. That's the way I see it as somebody who plays with a lot of player contracts. If you're playing with non-player contracts, it's even more beneficial because you can see exactly when you have to come back to the airport, right? So like when we were at CNN earlier, we saw, like, I left CNN because all the planes were handled, and it was like an hour and a half before the next planes came back, before the planes came back for handling. So it's like there's no point in me staying in that airport to handle 1 or 2 planes when I have like 15 planes returning back in an hour and a half. So I know I can come back in an hour and a half, play that airport, handle 15 planes, and resume again in whatever the time is after that. So that's just the way I see it. And then here, as a player, somebody who plays with other players, I know how much, I can see how many more planes I need to handle, so I can make a decision. Oh man, I have a lot of planes to handle. I'm not going to be able to do this today. I'm going to quit. Or I'd be like, okay, I'm going to keep going, and then I know I don't have to come back for another 4 hours. That's just the way I see it. I think a lot of people are going to use it in different ways, which I'm excited because I love to see how different people use these different tools available to us. Let's accept your contracts. Again, Washington IAD is another airport that I play daily. So if you guys want to send me contracts, feel free to send me contracts there. IAD, LHR, BKK, those are some of the airports I try to play as frequently as possible. And great airports for you to send me planes to if you're looking for somebody who plays regularly. Sometimes, I take some days off from planes. Sometimes work is busy. I have to work in the office now, so That slows me down a little bit. Yeah, don't forget, on the Discord right now, guys, there is a giveaway that ends in 12 minutes for a Concorde. There's 6 Concordes we're giving away. There's only 33 of you guys are in there. So we have 33 participants, but we're giving away 6 planes. And we have 4 of them already right here at their stand, ready for their next contract holder. So as soon as you guys, in 11 minutes, we're going to have a winner. We're going to have 6 winners, and you want to make sure you're there. Join the Phat Airlines Discord. Is completely free. Can you actually send a plane to someone who does not have the update? Probably not. It'd probably like break the game. It'd probably come up with like a blank texture or something like that. It probably would be stuck at your airport forever or until the next update. It just wouldn't be a good idea for me to do. Because then that would probably cause the developers even more problems, you know, more things to fix. That's why, like, for example, when typically when I do beta testing, especially when I'm on like the developer server, I use a separate profile, my 4th account, you know. What happens to event and random arrivals? I guess you can't schedule them, right? Yeah. The option wasn't even there for you to schedule it, so that was pretty good. That would have been like a piece of feedback if you were able to schedule it, because it doesn't make sense to be able to schedule that. I'm pretty sure YouTube did give an announcement on Discord. Oh, it's there. Yeah, it's there. The announcement for YouTube Live went out as soon as I created the YouTube Live, which is what happens. And that went out like an hour before the stream started. Yeah, that's true, Mike. At least player random arrivals don't. I don't think I've tried an actual event plane. I haven't tried to see if I could schedule it. Is WoA in beta right now? Oh, guys, I forgot about this. Like, check this out. iOS beta is available. We'll do that later. App Store. Guys, check this out. World of Airports is featured today as the game of the day. It takes a village to send a commercial jet on its next flight, and in World of Airports you direct all that awesome behind the scenes action. So World of Airports is available right now. I don't know why you're not seeing it, agents, because it's literally on the home page. Signal planes to land, get them parked, and send in an army of unsung heroes to shuttle passengers, clean cabins, add fuel, and more. Lines too long, no space for planes. That's on you. What do the Apple team like? They love immersing ourselves in air travel when you're not wrangling jumbo jets. Take a beat to scroll around each detailed facility or even jump into the cockpits of different planes for stunning first-person views as they land to take off. It's the magic of modern transportation. It's all in your hands. At Innsbruck Airport, a private helicopter will land every 5 minutes or so on the helipad. You can't service it, but tapping it gives you bonus cash. World of Airports made by Flyboys Games, a small studio in the Czech Republic, founded by a group of aviation aficionados. Nice. And I got version 3.3. That's why it says it's not downloaded, by the way, guys. I do, you know, obviously I'm downloading and playing it. But yeah, pretty cool. Congratulations for World of Airports for being Game of the Day. I almost forgot to mention it. But yeah, it's right here on the homepage. Game of the Day. I wonder if I'll have to reschedule when a contract renews. That's a good question. I wonder too. You can join your own giveaway on Discord? That's weird. Oh yeah, that's true. It's only on US. That makes sense, Ultra. So like not everybody here is US. I mean, most of you guys aren't US, right? When will 3.3 actually launch? There's no official date yet. But if you sign up on like the Phat Airlines newsletter on PHATAIRLINES.com, you know we do some email giveaways. Those have been kind of on pause because I'm doing a lot of travel this month, You know, like last weekend I was in Miami, and then I went to Dallas, and now I'm back home. And then next weekend I'm going to Vegas, and then to LA, and then I'm going back home. So it's like I'm out of the house a lot this month. So next month I'll resume the email contract giveaways again. But yeah, as soon as the update comes out, I'm gonna send an email to everybody so that way you guys know, because I know these major updates, a lot of us look forward to them, especially since it has, even though it's a generic airport, getting a new airport is pretty exciting, for me at least. You have the game installed, you went to the page to check for news, you couldn't find the page. Oh, it's weird, man. Wendy's getting bored of World Airports. This might be the last stream. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, but we're gonna be here anyways for you. So if you come back, you know, sometimes, I mean, even I need a break sometimes from World Airports. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know a lot of people, you know, they take a lot of people active on the Discord, some VIPs even, right? Some of us, sometimes we just need a break from World Airports. Yeah, sometimes you just need a break from World Airports, from like different games. It's healthy, you know, to take some breaks from games sometimes. So, you know, if you come back, we'll be here ready to play with you. Most of the times, I keep a lot of my contracts if we have contracts together. So the only contracts I end up canceling are like my fancy contracts, like the Concords. If I notice you haven't handled my Concord in like many weeks, then I might cancel them. That's where I got these 6 Concords from. But yeah. Is it? Oh my God! It's A124. Yeah. Ultra said their new way of playing, which is not doing player connections, is helping me. It's helping with not tiring me out. That's cool. Yeah. Because like, yeah, I get that, right? Because when you're playing with other people, like if you decide to not play World of Airports for a week, now you're not only just like slowing yourself down, which like you can live with, right? Well, most of the times, but like that's fine, it's a decision that you made. But then you're also slowing somebody else down because you have their player contract, you have their plane coming in. There are plenty of other players out there though, like including me. I don't really care how often you play. I have so many contracts that I don't even keep track of it. Now granted, I mean, I hope you play like once a week or once a month or something. And I would like a feature in World of Airports where they show us like when's the last time our plane was handled, especially like in the scheduling feature here. You know, being able to see, let's go back to schedule. Being able to see like this plane is, are any of these planes traveling? Probably not. They're probably all landing. But like seeing it, like this plane, you know, is all the way in the back in the schedule because it's been at that person's airport for, you know, 5 days. It'd be good to know. But it could also end up being toxic, right? Because then you got people who are canceling because you didn't play in one day. But I mean, those people are probably going to be toxic anyways. So Tony said this game is more like a proper PC game. Nice. One of the Concords is probably to my alt. Probably, Ultra. Probably. I even my alt account, I haven't, like my free-to-play account, Phat Airlines, I haven't even played that much in the last couple of months. Because like we, my wife and I had a baby 3 months ago. So like that kind of like interrupted a lot of my gaming, right? So like it's just like when I had my firstborn, things were different. I actually stopped streaming when I had my firstborn, but now, you know, my mom still comes over to help with babysitting both of them, so that's super helpful. And sometimes, you know, my wife's mom comes over too, so all of that is allowed me to keep streaming, which is cool. Oh, Ultra said another benefit of playing with only like not playing with player planes is that if he does, or if they do decide to play every single day of the week, then their planes are always there. So that's a good point too, right? Because like now you're not relying on the other person to also send you planes. Because like, especially like when I'm playing like a brand new airport, when I was playing SCL for the first time, my request for you guys was I was requesting that you guys would play every single day at least when it first came out, because I wanted to level up fast. So that's a good point too. I forgot about that. Tony Dawson, you gotta you probably want to rewind the YouTube stream for CNN. We're actually about to end the stream. We're probably gonna end the stream in about 2 minutes because we have a Concorde giveaway that ends in a minute, and there is a little bit of stream delay. But we have a Concorde giveaway happening on the Phat Airlines Discord. If you haven't signed up already, it's probably too late. But we have a few seconds here. And we're giving away 6 winners, so we're gonna pick those winners are gonna get selected. I'm gonna send a few of the contracts out right now immediately, and then we're gonna call it a stream. But yeah, CNN started about, I want to say 40 minutes into the stream is when we went to CNN. Tony wants to see an option to call back planes automatically if other players haven't handled them for too long. I think just having an indicator the same way that we have an indicator for how long, like request was sent 0 days ago, or like this plane, where is it? Plane over here, you know, request was sent 66 days ago. Having something like that, I mean, one, I think days sometimes is too long, you know, like, well, actually, like I wish it also showed how many hours, but that's not important. When it comes to handling though, it's like understanding like, oh, okay, this plane has been handled 66 days ago, then you kind of know that person just like stopped playing, you know, or they stopped playing that airport. You know, it might not be that they stopped playing, but this person might not be playing St. Martin anymore. So just some things, and we got our winners. So congratulations to the winners. We have, doesn't show for me. Oh, there it is. We have Mufab, we have Mini Sonic, we have Hockey Fan, we have Another Pilot, we have Raptor X and Raptor XRR and Mercurial Justice. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. I will start to get those planes sent out. Just put in the thread what your username and airport is. Where can it go? I didn't even go over that. It could go to St. Martin, it could go to San Diego, go to LHR, it can go to Prague, and go to Leipzig. It can go to GRU. Can we get it to go to, it doesn't look like it can go to SCL though. No SCL, sadly. Why not though? Distance. Oh, so close. The range of the Concorde is 4,322 and it's 4,356. Oh my gosh, just move the runway a little bit closer, please. All right, so I'm gonna get these requests sent out right now, so that way you guys could accept them, so that way I can get these planes out of there. All right, we got one request sent. And for the 2 of you who I'm still waiting for the planes to land, we will get those sent ASAP as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this beta stream. I know I did. If you have any questions, I'm in the World of Airports Discord. I'm sure there's a lot of conversation going on about the scheduling system and what you guys seen there. But you could also join the Phat Airlines Discord and talk to me there. I'll be able to share as much as well. I'll share whatever I can. I think I shared with you pretty much everything that there is up in this update. Unfortunately, I don't think we got to see much of the repair. But what I'll probably end up doing is finding it offline, and I'll upload a short video on YouTube about it. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube or join the Discord so you can get an alert once that short gets posted. But once I find what that looks like, I'll post it up there so that way you guys can see that as well. All right. I'll take some parts of this stream as well, make it into short videos, so that way if you want to rewatch it later on, you don't have to watch the entire thing. You can just watch the parts that might be interested to you. But thank you all for the support. I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a fantastic week. Next Saturday, I don't think there will be a stream because I'll be in Vegas, but the following Saturday after that, and most likely when the update comes out, well, we'll see when the update comes out, but my goal is to stream when the update comes out so we can play together. But ultimately, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for all the support. I will see you guys very, very soon, and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks, maybe sooner. You know, maybe we'll do a midweek stream or something. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you for the developers. Thank you, Kubasan, for allowing me to beta test and for showing you guys. Like, shout out to the developers. They keep, you know, they do such a great job with their updates. They do such a great job with the world of airports that it's like really, really awesome to like have them, you know, willing to work with me and you know, asking for me to, you know, show up and show you guys what the update's all about. And thank you guys as well for being here and being so supportive and, you know, being mostly positive. But even with your negative comments, it was always constructive. You know, that's important. So thank you guys for being there, being constructive, and being, you know, an awesome community. Guys, have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys very soon. All right, bye.